My name is Angela, and I am streaming Supergiant Games Pyre for Damage Control blog. We made some good progress in the game, so we're going to hop right back into the action. Oh, hey, welcome. Welcome, Dio. You are just in time. We're just getting started, and I'm going to take a swig of water before I read this dialogue terribly, as I've been doing for the last couple of streams. At dawn, Volfred is up already. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. And yeah, your timing went pretty well. I started the stream a couple minutes early just to relax. I was chatting a little bit with Goblin, so it was all good. Let me see, I had dinner, nice and fed, so I'm ready to do this 3-hour stream. Oh, follow! Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Gamer from Accounting. I hope you enjoy your stay here, and hopefully you enjoy what we have to offer. Okay, let's get back. So, we only have one destination here, the Sclorian Shore. Let's see, we haven't been here yet. Looks nice and definitely a change of scenery here, nice and icy. I hope they're ready for the winter. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in the lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Adalel. You will have to make it all the way up to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You band together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. Oh my goodness, we have so many choices. So, what does freedom mean to us, chat? We have doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all, or we can remain silent. Okay, so freedom is making decisions on our own terms. Inner peace means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Freedom, having no master means answering to no one's will other than your own. Going where you please. Basically go where your heart yearns without restriction and without fear. True love, not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Living without fear. Living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Nothing at all. It's just another empty goal to chase, giving one's life a false sense of meaning. So, wow. That's a lot to choose from. The cynic in me says nothing, nothing at all. Being real cynical. Another part of me also says living without fear is nice. And another part of me says going where you please. Okay, so we're split, but going where you please is one of my thoughts as well. So we'll choose that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad there's not like a timer like we had in Detroit. Like, hey, here's 50 options thrown at you. You've got like 20 seconds to choose. So let's go where we please. You tell Volfred that freedom means having the ability and means to go where you please, when you please. The opposite of being cast into exile and forced to chase the stars. He considers your remarks for a short while. Borders and boundaries exist, not to limit freedoms, but to protect them. Though perhaps this is debatable. Admittedly, we are not very free here in our exile, where the elements, if not the stars, conspire and prevent us from going where we please. Yet, if following the star should lead us to an even greater freedom, then I should like it to think we're making a worthwhile trade. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live without fear. Hey, one of the ones I had thought about. To be able to indulge in one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. The freedom not to wear a mask. USA! USA! And also the freedom to get deathly ill and infect others, because yay, freedom. Or maybe freedom from life. Maybe that's the true ultimate freedom. I wonder if you get something special if you agree with him? I'm not sure. Maybe his agreement, maybe he has some snarky remarks. Hard to know. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. Alright, this doesn't sound so bad so far. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You can see the Commonwealth once more. And you will be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. I'm actually curious what we, as the character or the reader, did actually to even get here. And that's the good old American freedom, the freedom of death, the ultimate embrace. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least you become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are still out there, have made it quite clear they shall now intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that, together, you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest a goal. You share a higher calling down. I don't know if I like where this is going. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. Alright, let's see what the Spiral Sanctum is. It's the burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. You're plotting a revolt. Just so, I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. Is that really much of a choice, though? It seems like, if they don't go with this plan, they're off the team, and they're forced to live here in the downside. So, if anyone among you prefers that, you cannot see yourself continue to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you're doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourself friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for you and others. That is my promise. He then lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving me to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. Okay, so our next destination is Myrrh Pass, a pathway leading north to the Sacred Mountain. Volfred indicates this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Adalel. Okay, deal. See you when you get back. And it does sound like restricted freedom. Basically, join my revolt, or stay here and rot. Beyond lies Mount Aduel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Quick sip of water. And what is Mount Aduel? The sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Okay, so we got some options. Okay, so the Beyonder Crystal seeks headwind. We can discuss the plans, and we've got some dialogue options. Okay, so here is Volfred. He wants to talk to us. There you are, my girl. There is something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you, rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then... Do you know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we. We are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this sense is nascent, still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. Maybe this game will get some simple DLC in the form of a second image of each character. Considering it's been out for about 3 years, I doubt it. I think Supergiant's already moved on to their next game, Hades. Yeah, it's been out for 3 years. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet. Your friends, and that explains a lot. Yet, time flies. I think in 2010 or 2011 we got Bastion. Then like in about 2013 we got Transistor. Then I think after this we got this one, Pyre, and the most recent game that can't come out, I don't know if it was last year or earlier this year, was Hades. I have no idea what Hades is about. I wouldn't mind playing Transistor, but watching my friend play, it kind of... I don't know if I wrap my head around the system. And Bastion, I got almost to the end of it, but I never finished, and then it just got added back to the backlog. Anyway, let's continue. They haven't told you readers such as you. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. Transistor was a lot of fun. It looked like it was fun. I just didn't get the system. It's not as complicated as it seems. Oh, so it's something I would have to get my hands on and try it for myself then? Okay, so big revelation there. Readers cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There's no reason they would know themselves other than Tarig, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when we first met that you already knew the truth from this, having read the passage in the Book of Rites which states it plain. I don't remember reading that anywhere. Only those who conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path forward toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Oh, there was a loophole. Since we don't actually participate in the rites, we can't go free. Okay, well, alright, deal. I will definitely have to give Transistor a try. Like I said, I watched Aaron play it, and it looked pretty cool. So I guess it just looked more complicated than it was. Okay, so we found the loophole. We can't go free because we don't actually conduct the rites. I mean, we conduct the rites, we don't actually participate in the rites. Perhaps you have not gotten to just that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you're not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. It's funny how he keeps wanting us to go. Do you understand? Volfred indicates that readers such as you cannot go free through the rites. Say you understand? There is more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. Say you do not care? You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. Say nothing. If Volfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. Okay, so how are you feeling, chat? Me personally, I'm almost saying, I'm almost feeling cynical and say I don't care. I mean, I understand. I guess we've been so far, kind of like, you know, want to see how this plays through. So, don't care. Okay. We've got 2 for that. A strong lack of care. I love it. The warning of little is of little consequence to you. You've always known those keen to warn against one course of action or another. None of it sways you, and as ever, you shall forge your path. Very well. A lack of concern is fine with me, although I do not share your outlook, as long as yours is not a lack of understanding. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than a shot at going back to that Commonwealth, which just cast us down here to begin with. Sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the Sacred Mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon, leaving you with your thoughts. We have been left with our thoughts. Okay, let's check on everybody's stats. Drive imp. See, it says Jody is staring into the distance. It's a fun pastime I also enjoy. Let's see, Headwind is doing the dishes. Promethea is out on a hunt. Let's see. Sir Gilman is wallowing on his own. I guess worms need mud to wallow. Oh yes, Jody does have some hope. Bay is playing with the imps. That's just a keepsake. Ruki is sniffing for food. TCO is running the centrifuge. And that's right. We've got a trial available in the Beyonder Crystal. You call upon me for some purpose, my reader? Let's see. Let's see how she's doing today. Yeah, it seems like this is a place where you gotta keep yourself busy. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I've been in prison here? Let's see. So Sandra's asking us to guess the duration of her exile. Let's see. Sandra, a year. Sandra appears rather youthful. Surely her incarceration could not have been that long. 10 years. Perhaps Sandra has been trapped within the Beyonder Crystal for a long time already. 100 years? Sandra could have been in prison for much longer than her appearance suggests. 1,000 years. Maybe she's guessing at an absurd number to do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. 1,000 years? Yeah, let's go with that. I like it. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been in prison thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It is possible that I have lost track, although given my state, I can assure you that I've had ample time to verify my arithmetic. Huh. Well, we were actually close. The game shows, you know, we got close without going over, so we won the prize. The Price is Right. That's what comes to mind. We played The Price is Right. If that was The Price is Right, we would have won. She has aged like a fine wine. She goes silent for a long time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. Oh boy, is she the author of the book? I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you that about it 837 years later, or however long it had been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Alright, let's do a scribe trial. It'll be a nice little warm-up for the main game. Oh, that can be arranged. You need but to name for me the one you have in mind. Okay, so the only one we have here is a Headwind. What you got equipped? Practice a fire b-ball. So we asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Headwind. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Headwind appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? You're about to find out, buddy. Yes, great balls of fire can always become greater. The apparition, Sandra, appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Don't talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that lovely reader there. Oh boy, we got a balanced team. Ah, I dropped it. Oh, killed each other. Double shot. Oh. Ah, yeah. Nothing but flame. Ah, yeah, nothing but flame again. It's just 3-on-1. Ah, man. Ah, you got me. Oh boy. Oh. Ah, you got me. Son of a... Ah, jump right into it. Oh, that was pretty good. Fake Rookie dunked it. Yep. Oh, double kill. Double kill again. Ah. Oh boy, she's a lot faster than I thought she would be with that. Oh, dang, so close. Ah, nuts. Ah. Oh, she's got it this time. Oh. You seen the snarky commentator here? Yeah. Ah, man. Alright. Got it. Alright, my first time to win one of these on the first try. We did it. It seems you did indeed, boy. Ah, thank you, Deal. It seems you did, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. It's getting a little worried there, me too, but hey, this is my first time I got this one-on-one. This 1-on-3 the first time. Now we're nice and warmed up. I guess we're ready to continue the journey. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? You received Gold's bracelet for completing Headwind's trial. Accept the award. Well, let's see what we're getting first. Let's see. A rank 8 legendary talisman. Headwind power casts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Neat. Oh, okay. Let's see what he has currently. He can return faster with this on. But let's try out his talisman that's unique for him. Oh yeah, and I remember we're also a little bit short on money, so when we get a chance we need to go foraging for some items to sell. Alright, now let us discuss the plan. Alright, before we do that, let me get a sip of water. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he revealed some bad news. Already? Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. Oh, that's BS. Shame that this game doesn't have fire b-ball money matches. That'd be nice. It'd be a good way to earn some extra money around here. But I'd swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Headwind, and the others exchanged glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming of days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Adalel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through the Scribe's Gate. What is the Scribe's Gate? Scribes themselves keep watch over the Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest. She did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solam. You'll meet our adversaries in the Rites. They are to be the Templars, led by the demon Ignaris. You know him when you see him. Wow. It's the first time we'll know our opponents beforehand. So the Fall of Solam is the downside celestial landmarks. It's the highest point at the downside that exists to honor the 8 scribes. The Templars are a mighty triumvirate that has been closest rival of the Nightwings. Ignaris is a notorious demon leader of the most feared triumvirates of the Rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, there is somebody who will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in, clothed, and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exiles forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then, that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Jeez. I don't know why reading is suddenly so hard for me. Volfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You now have time for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Adalel. Okay, again, since you guys were kind enough to join me on Twitch, I let you choose. But again, as I said earlier, I'd really like to go foraging, but we can also study in private or mentor a companion. So again, my choice is already to forage, but I'll let you guys have a vote as well. Alright, thank you very much. Let's all go foraging. Okay, so we got two choices now. Let's see, the snowdrifts. You sense a mythical artifact here. Ancient artifacts from fallen Mount Edelo lie frozen in these drifts. Or the ice shelves. Hey man, when you're broke, the prospect to make a little money is exciting. Let's see, ice shelves. You sense a potent serum here. Interact to forage at this location. So, do you guys want to do the ice shelves or the snowdrifts? Snow go. Alright, snow it is. So, wait, what do we find? Okay, we found a sling bullet. Bearer flings the oars faster than usual. 20%. Okay. So we can continue the journey. No one wants to speak. So, to Mount Adelo. You haven't been here yet, and Volfred states that your ascent to Mount Adelo should begin here. Here before you lies Mount Adelo, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon the mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round before Volfred, who stands as tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now in hand, you sense tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking. Yet, if only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You see the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course, and they'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressors. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I've been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted my little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Some took it with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Headwind over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old berry wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know most of the rest. So then, why you? Because I have reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you've seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep on listening. Continue listening to Volfred? I'm going to say yes, this is important. But what do you guys think? Give you guys a second, because I know the stream can lag. Alright. This is important. Hopefully you got some painkillers from that headache. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. You promise for further questions when Jody raises her voice again. Oh, he is a very serious brute. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know why us. Why are we, among all the others, chosen for this liberation rite? There's a term I've not heard before. Liberation Rite. On a blooded moon at the fall of Solem, an exile from the failing triumvirate shall go. One of these days I'm going to settle on a pronunciation for that. Ah, I see. Well, that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. Yeah, me too. I didn't really think of a Groot until you said it, but now I can't unsee it. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The scribes also formed a special group, against all which the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but to show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance of freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory is nothing in a common right, then. Participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only in the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they might find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay on all of this. Now if you excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountains and present you with some options. Oh man, I feel like I totally mispronounced that. Whatever. Okay, so we got two paths here. Let's check out the Emperor's Ascent. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Aduel. They believes the Eight Scribes will bless whoever goes through here. The Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Aduel's nameless lower summits. Prometheus expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. So, what do you guys want? Emperor's Ascent or Emperor's Fall? The name is ominous, but, you know, I do love the chance to get some items. So I'll give it a moment to let you guys decide. Will we fall or will we ascend? Emperor's Fall? Okay. Let's head that way. And fall. Excellent. I'm just noticing how all these statues resemble the masks they wear. Join Prometheus on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get two chaperones? But sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh, please, we all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course. Explain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Volfred, he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free. Of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any more of your hideous attitude towards me and everything. At that you intervene. Jody's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Methea scoffs as Jody storms off. Jody's been short-tempered this entire game. I swear, that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Methea soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rock snap below. Found a Titan Tooth. You sense its power. A Titan Tooth is a talisman. After blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. I wonder if there's like a new game plus where you can keep these trinkets and everything. It'd be nice to experiment with them. Okay, looks like we got another 2 choices. We can take the Temple Cistern. Second of 2 paths leading to the mountain's summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. The Temple High Road. First summit of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Headwind expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. Okay, so do we take the high road and let Headwind see the view? Or do we travel to the cisterns so Sir Gilman can get a good look at the view? Okay, so high road. High road it is. You and Headwind walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, just as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, that? It's just I've been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We're on our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be a part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. Again, I'm going to point this out that I don't fully trust Volfred. Well, have fun sacrificing someone? You mean we're going to sacrifice someone? And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing the rites and be stuck down here together just like this. Let's see if you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Headwind turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Headwind feels more prepared for the next rite. Yay. Hope likewise for the best. Ooh, we can earn some enlightenment. I like it. Don't worry, Dio. We're gonna have fun sacrificing someone. It'll be a good time, I promise. I mean, this is a blind playthrough for me, so I know just as much about it as you do. You and your companions gather at the Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway of carved stone. Come along now, everyone, and prepare to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much at how we act, with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead on, Tarig. Please, follow me. Moving his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then approaches before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. No, it's another bard. Is that you, Tarig? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. Alright, who is Celeste? See, the gate guardian. She watches over the scribe's gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. Seems your work is piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek while crossing the scribe gates. Do what she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodiao. I do not know as to what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Bay? Why is that a question mark? And here I am, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Scree, yeek, eek. Tizio seems to live up to the Nightwings' legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Wait, who am I again? Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. The man, Promethea Thean. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You're not clad in any raiment. You're not clad in any of the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. The state why you're here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there's no one left to go. Stay who you are to traverse the scribe gates. Okay, so now we get to decide who we are. I see you're just a crippled scholar. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over the scribes' gate. That's not what I wanted to read. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you and you cannot run far. You're just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earns you a trip to the downside nonetheless. You're just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the highway remnants afflicted you since birth. You do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. You're a queen of blogging. I like it. Or you don't know? I'm gonna go with I don't know, because that's nice breaking the fourth wall here. I have no idea who we are or what we did. So let's break some fourth walls. What do you think, Dio? Wait, so I'm a blogger, so that means I'm a crippled scholar? We're all crippled scholars? Yeah. I am gonna go with we do not know who we are. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add your response. State what you also truly seek to traverse the Scribe's Gate. You want true freedom? You want to help your friends? You want revenge? You want to see what happens? See freedom, return to the Commonwealth and live out your days there doing as you please. I don't even know what we did before we got here. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. You want revenge. The Commonwealth, which cast you down to the downside, cannot be forgiven. I don't even, I guess our thirst for knowledge got us down here. See what happens. Yeah, revenge for what? I guess knowing too much? All you expect is the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. I kind of like seeing what happens anyway. I think that's kind of why we're here, since we know we can't leave. You just want to see your quest through to the end. You're not one to go through life examining whatever it is that you desire. You take life as it comes and are content to appreciate some of the surprises. Revenge of the snarky announcer? Oh yeah, that should be the perfect answer. Like, you know that guy who announces all these tournaments? I just want to walk up to him and punch him in the face. That should be an answer. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? I, Celeste? Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. Alright, looks like we're through. On the top of Mount Adwell, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousands of leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Okay, deal. See you when you get back. Okay. So, we've got a bunch of options before we commence the Liberation Rites. So, let's go to the Black Wagon, who wishes to speak with us. Okay, Jody. She looks as angry as ever. Jody appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiment. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be lead, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. You got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? I'm feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Headwind slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other. Each of us, the 4 of us, we're all getting out of here. Yeah, the original 4. Screw those other guys. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes to get there on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back, too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jody turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwig's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. False Solomon waits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions gain 1 hope for the Liberation Rite. Steel yourself in turn. Okay, so now we can see what's in the Book of Rites, the book that we've been skimming through. I wonder if we'll find out who the heck the author of this book is. So I'm suspecting it's either Volfred or it's Sandra. Let's see, the mercy shown. The imp Hayab and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solium Mur said something to me, which he shook to me the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Goliathan, so that I may have yet mine. You too now are exiled of the downside, and all the days which I have left, I can never repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed this land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Turns out it will be you. The other will be you, the author, rather. So I'm guessing these are like the first Nightwings. Let me see something. I just wanted to see what that was. Ah, so the page is turned. It's funny how it never goes beyond this one. Is there supposed to be more here? So the demon, the mercy shown. Okay, we've got something else here. So we got a keepsake from the Floridian shore, river frost. So cold it can burn the skin, but it keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. So we have a refrigerator now. Nice. Okay, so hope is 23. I always forget what the hope do again. Respawn time. Hope is 10. Oh, that's first. Well, at least she's feeling better. Hope is 26. He is a hopeful little guy. Okay, so let's buy some stuff and then we'll get on with the rite. Hey guys, just so you're all aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. She's hopeful now, but still the most hopeless? Oh, I definitely agree with that. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? He's literally the only merchant we've seen. And if some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're going to get a lot of value there, an awful lot. I'm saying this guy has like a total monopoly. And we don't have much money. See, Titan Tooth. Don't want to sell that. Sling Bullet. Bear. Let's see, flings ores faster. Pinch of Stardust. Only usable by Rookie. Faith Stone. Not really a lot we can sell here or buy. How the heck are you supposed to get money? Just sell the thing, sell what you're not using? What do we have here? Scribe Snuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Okay, so that'll let us re-roll our abilities. More Stardust, which we can't afford. I guess I'm not really seeing anything here we can afford. I'm guessing this game is meant to be played multiple times because I don't see any way to get any money to buy all the stuff. I kind of don't want to part with any of the stuff. Oh, maybe I should attach this to someone, huh? So I guess this is how you get money. Alright, nothing I see of interest here. I'll be seeing you around then,